Yo, I don't understand why you fronting like this. This is ridiculous. She want me bad, but she can't let go. I've been fucking her since the get-go. He be treating her like she's special, cause she be on that mark like get, set, go. Yes. She be coming at me with stupidness. Told that bitch move out my way so much she thought I was ludicrous. When I text, she's playing games, texting back, talking about who is this. Bitch, I ain't got time to play. Stop it with all that foolishness. Why you doing shit just to spite me? Why you acting so impolitely? Why you always be trying to fight me? Bitch, you know you like me. Why you doing shit just to spite me? Why you acting so impolitely? Why you always be trying to fight me? Bitch. Fuck them youngins, I need a cougar. The man of her dreams, you're Freddy Krueger. Fucked and act like I never knew her. They say I'm acting wrong, call that a blooper. She be showing up unannounced and shit, crying all night talking about how she cannot live without the dick. She be wanting the nut, she be trying to drink every ounce of it. Rock my mic, she's like, you ain't the only one that know how to spit. Ugh. Then she be acting like she hate the nigga. 24 hours later wanna date a nigga. Word? And she knows she'll never leave, cause she already see that she'll never find a greater nigga. Why you doing shit just to spite me? Why you acting so impolitely? Why you always be trying to fight me? Bitch, you know you like me. Why you doing shit just to spite me? Why you acting so impolitely? Why you always be trying to fight me? Bitch, you know you like me. Why you doing shit just to spite me? Why you acting so impolitely? Why you always be trying to fight me? Bitch, you know you like me. What up? What's up? What's poppin'? What's good? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the motherfucking dating game. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to my lady April MC in the motherfucking building. Shout out to April MC in the motherfucking building. Who else we got up in here? Shout out to Monogamous Player, Kenny. What's good? AJ Lino, Lionel Turner. Rude is in the building. Call me Jay, no data. FL Boy, King Grady. Palm Trees was good. AT was popping with you, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building. So today, guys, today's topic is the woman you're dating. They don't like you, okay? It's just... I'm gonna go deep into this because I really I really want shit to pop off, man, when you guys really get this game and hear this. Shout out to my dude LFA in the chat. Shout out to you, brother. What's popping with your man? So today's show, I really got this idea, to be honest. I was listening to somebody else's live stream before I came on here. And it was, it was a guy interviewing a passport bro. I'm not going to, mention any names or whatever. And, they had some more passport bros on there. And, they were talking about, the usual going overseas, getting these girls. And one of the guys was like, oh, I got my wife over there. I found my wife and all this other stuff. And this video is not about passport bros, but what I want to talk about, because when I was watching this, I'm hearing them talk about these women. And the entire time I'm listening to them talk about these women, I'm like, you do know that these women don't like you. I'm thinking, do they not realize that the women don't like them? You understand what I'm saying? Like, see, a lot of guys, what they do is they are out here dealing with women. But what happens is that you could be dealing with women and have no idea that the woman that you're dating or the woman that you're dating right now does not like you. And I'm going to explain to you why this is and how to understand if you're dealing with a woman who actually doesn't like you. But guys, if you want to, call in, the call number is 646-481-3901, 646-481-3901 is the number. If you have a question, put a Q in the chat. If you want to call in, make sure you donate and then call in, and then we will get to your question and we will make that happen. You feel what I'm saying? And also make sure that you guys remember, right, to make sure that you guys always make sure that you go to these websites, badboymembership.com. Make sure you do it.
Just do it.
And masculineidentitymembership.com.
Just do it.
So go to both of those sites so that you can step up your game, okay? And you can make that happen. And remember, guys, the right now on the Bad Boy membership, we have the program 10 Things You Must Do to have long-term fuck buddies, okay? I'm teaching you guys how to have long-term fuck buddies. You feel me? So you could get that shit cracking and make it happen. You feel me? So let's get into this topic because we got a lot to discuss. That's a discuss. You know what I'm saying? But it is disgusting the way that these guys don't realize that the women don't like them, right? So now, what are we talking about here when I say the women you're dating don't like you? Now, what you have to understand is this, right? Is that there's a lot of women that you'll go on a date with. There's women that you will talk to on the phone, spend time with, or come over your house or whatever. And sometimes you might even smash some of these chicks, right? You might, hit it once, maybe twice or whatever, but the girl doesn't like you. And the problem is that when you don't realize that a woman doesn't like you, right? What happens is that the way that she's treating you and interacting with you becomes your norm or becomes what you're used to when it comes to dealing with women. And what you don't understand is that the way that the woman is treating you, she's treating you a certain way because she doesn't like you. And therefore you're experiencing certain type of behavior. But what blinds you or what makes you not realize the woman doesn't like you is because you're confused or you get caught up in how clever women are to pretend or act like they actually like you, right? So earlier I was talking about the passport bros, and this is a perfect example. So the passport bros will go overseas to holler at, basically, prostitutes or chicks looking, to come over to America or wherever. And so these guys assume that because the women are cooperating or it seems like the women are making it easy for them, they think that the women actually like them. They think the women actually like who they are. But what happens is the women just like who they represent. So they're like, oh, these guys are from the West, they're from America or whatever, so they must have money. So therefore, the woman is going to basically cooperate and make it easy for that guy because he has money. So she wants to get access to his money, or she may even want to be with him longer term to get access to that money, more of the money. But from his perspective, he thinks because the woman is smiling at him, he thinks because the woman is giving him attention, he thinks because the woman wants to have sex with him and all this other stuff that she actually likes him. But the reality is she doesn't really like him. She just likes what he represents. He represents, freedom. He represents money, right? So the same guy who's the passport bro when he's in America, right? He's not really tricking on American women because it's too expensive to trick on American women. Whereas in overseas, he can trick on those chicks for cheap. And so what happens is that the women sell these guys the dream of, liking them and being interested in them. You feel what I'm saying? So then what happens is these guys start to actually think that these women like them. But the reality is the women don't like them. Right. And when you guys are doing your thing, just in general, when it comes to dealing with women, you might get situations where women pretend to like you, but they really don't like you. But because they're pretending and they're so good at pretending, you won't know the difference. So, for example, you might be, let's say you met a girl off of you matched a girl on a dating app and you're hitting her up to try to set up a date or some shit like that. And you say, hey, let's meet up Friday for drinks. She says, oh, cool, that sounds good. And then y'all exchange numbers or whatever it is. And then so let's say she's texting you throughout the week. Oh, hey, what's up? Good morning. How's your day? How's everything going? And blah, blah, blah. So she's going back and forth with you and you starting to think, oh, this woman must really be interested in me because she's giving me attention. She's texting me. She's like, texting me good morning and all this other stuff, right? And then let's say you go on the date. And then what happens is you go on a date and you're talking to the girl. The girl's, flirting back with you a little bit, giving you some energy and all this other stuff, right? But what happens is that when you're not paying attention, you don't notice or you don't recognize that there was some form of resistance throughout the entire interaction from when you first met her off the app to now even on the date. So, for example, when you were on the app, you told her, hey, let's go, get drinks Friday at the Main Street Bar. And then she says to you, oh, well, I don't really like the Main Street Bar. Can we go to the Central Street Bar instead? And you're like, all right, cool. That's whatever. Just meet me there at 7. And so already she's showing resistance. Already from that point, she already showed you that she don't really like you like that. Now, she meets you at the Central Street Bar because that's where she says she want to go. And then you agreed. So you go there and you're talking to her. Everything seems cool, right? And what happens is that you're flirting with her, but when you're trying to make it really flirtatious, she starts to fall back. Like she doesn't want to kiss you, right? You try to, get a little touchy-feely. She's like, oh, I'm not really that type of girl. I got to get to know you more, all these things. But she's there talking to you, smiling with you, laughing with you, all these other things. So you think this girl likes you, but her behavior is showing she don't really like you, right? But the way that you're interacting with her, you think she does because she's still giving you attention, right? And the reason why you guys are dating women who don't like you is because your norm has been resistance. Your norm has been women telling you, hey, I got to get to know you more. Your norm is women telling you we got to take it slow. All these things that show that she don't like you, but that's become your norm. So you continue. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is even though a woman is giving you attention, even though a woman's talking to you, even though the woman shows up on the date, even though the woman comes to your house, you still don't even realize the woman doesn't like you. Shout out to my dude Joe Last in the motherfucking building. What's going on, fam? What's popping with you? So you got to understand that that's a thing that goes down. See, it gets even deeper. Some guys are in relationships. They have a girlfriend who doesn't like them. Some guys have a wife who doesn't like them. So a lot of times when you hear guys talking about, yo, man, my girl, she's just tripping. She acting this way. She doing this. She's, she was acting, she was arguing with me and she was telling me this shit and she cursed me out. Guess what? Your girlfriend don't like you. You understand what I'm saying? You married. You said, man, bro, I'm in the doghouse. I had to go sleep on the couch the other night because my wife is mad at me. Your wife don't like you. Do you understand what I'm saying? See, when I'm telling you about a woman actually liking you, I'm talking about a woman actually being interested in who you are and really liking the man that is there. But what happens is that her behavior towards you shows you she don't like you, but she's really just tolerating you, or she's settled for you. You understand? Like, you have girls that you're out on dates with, and they're just with you and interacting with you for the time being because you're willing to take them out to dinner, you're willing to talk to them on the phone, and you're willing to interact with them. But she doesn't really like you. See, I told you guys on another show before that a woman liking you means that you basically are leading her and she's following. You're giving her instructions and she's following instructions. She's responding to your leadership. So whenever there's resistance, whenever there's arguments, whenever there's, her talking about what she ain't going to do and all this other crazy stuff, that means she don't really like you. You understand what I'm saying? But see, the problem is because guys want pussy so bad, women know how to cleverly make you think pussy is around the corner. Women know how to be clever and get you to think that they're really interested. You understand what I'm saying? And the problem is that when you guys are not up on game, what's going to happen is that you could potentially, and this is the fucked up part, you could potentially have all of your relationships with women who don't like you. Listen to what I'm saying. Your entire dating experience can be an experience of women that you're dealing with who don't like you. See, you're thinking, but Lucario, I'm getting sex. Yes, that girl who's having sex with you don't like you. So what happens is that girl who's having sex with you, you're still getting into arguments with. You understand? Your girlfriend that you're having sex with, she's still disrespecting you. She's still undermining you. She's still calling you a bitch ass nigga. She's still cursing you out. Right? She's still disrespecting you on so many levels, but you fucking know. You understand what I'm saying? You fucking. Right? That girl that you really like, that you sending cash apps to, that you're taking out to expensive dinners, that baddie that you really like, yeah, she's hanging out with you. She's going out with you. Yeah, she made you feel on her booty the other night and y'all was kissing, but she don't like you. Because if the cash apps and you paying her rent and all that shit stop, she ain't fucking with you. Right? So what happens is every time you deal with women in this manner, that becomes normal to you. You start to be one of these niggas. Well, you know what I'm saying? Look, you know how these chicks are. You know how it goes. No, that's how it goes for you because you didn't know you were dating a woman who don't like you. Dudes is like, man, I had to sleep on the couch last night. My girl, she was just, she was wilding out. She was upset that I came home late and, she got upset. So she didn't want to sleep in the bed with me. You know how that go, Lucario? No, that goes that way for you because you don't realize your wife don't like you. When you first met your wife, you wanted to smash the first night. She told you no. She said, we got to wait. You know why she said you got to wait? Because your wife don't like you. You understand what I'm saying? When you was trying to have sex with that girl and she told you, oh, I'm not like that. And, let's get to know each other more. You know why she said that? Because she don't like you. She don't like you. Because when a woman likes you, what she does is she follows your lead. It's that simple. And unfortunately, you have a lot of guys out there who are dealing with all these women who don't like them. And what I want you guys to understand is you do not want to continue to deal with women who don't like you. Because if you keep dealing with women who don't like you, right, that becomes your norm. And then you continue to deal with more women who don't like you. And if you're in a long-term relationship, you're in a long-term relationship with a woman who doesn't like you. And when your game is weak, you don't even notice this. It's almost like, when a person has a sickness that they're unaware of, but at some point it's going to really fuck them up, but they have no idea that the shit is happening. You understand? Like they might feel a little ache here and there, but they don't, they're like, whatever, it's all good. They ignore it. It's the same thing with this. When you guys are in these situations, right? And you're dealing with these women who don't like you, and you keep dealing with more women who don't like you, you become numb to it. You understand what I'm saying? But then what happens is that more of these situations occur. You start dealing with a woman more. And then what happens is the little things become bigger things. And then sometimes the things get so big that you can't ignore it. And then you really realize, like, oh shit, where did this come from? How did this happen? But it's been happening the whole time. You just weren't aware of it. You see what I'm saying? But let me get some of these calls real quick. All right, we're gonna go to 609. 609, what's poppin'? Who this?
Yo, Lucario, it's Josh from Jersey, bro.
Josh, what's going on? Did you donate though?
You already know I did, man. PayPal, man.
All right, hold on. Let me double check real quick on the PayPal and shit. You feel what I'm saying? All right, I got you, bro. Appreciate it. What's going on with you, man?
Shit, not much, man. Yo, I'm digging that chain you got on, man. That shit fire.
That's what's up.
One thing, yo, I'm so glad I came to your channel, bro, because, yo, my mindset before, like, yo, I'm not even gonna lie, like, for instance, Mr. Lucario, like, I used to work at, like, one of my first jobs was Forever 21, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like, girls shopping there constantly.
Right.
And I'm just thinking back, like, yo, if I had followed your channel back then, bruh, I would have had like 1,000 bitches. like, yo, like, it's just crazy now because how do I explain it? Like, when there's different parts of YouTube, like people on YouTube where it's like you got, you know, different type of pills and shit, then you got the game. And then that's how you look at life. Like whoever you're following, that's how you look at life and dating and just everything. So, you know, everything, like being in the game now, looking back at how I was following shit before, like I'm like, yo, like this is accurate. Like it's all about the game, bro. And one of the biggest lessons that I got from you is just to not give a shit about things that are not like that are fuck, you know what I'm trying to say, like
he's like he all at a loss for words, but well, this is the thing. This is basically what it is, bro. Is this you got to understand that a lot of people really don't understand the game, and it's unfortunate because you know guys like myself, Miles, K Zaggin, 1950 Steve, Taekwondo, King Dre, Boss Max, guys like us. We Ron Wills, we actually are teaching the game so that guys can actually really understand it so they don't make the same mistakes. Because unfortunately, a lot of guys are out there and don't know they're making mistakes. So then what they do is the mistake they really make is to think that women are the problem. And so what happens is that when they really understand that they can create the type of situations that they actually want, then they'll really be where they want to be. But unfortunately, you have too many guys out there because they don't adhere to the game. They're going to keep falling on their face, making the same mistakes and being in the same position. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's some real shit, man. You keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm staying on that bad boy membership, bro.
Yes, sir.
And I'll be tuning in, bro.
All right, bro. Appreciate the call, brother. All right. So let me see what some of these questions are saying. And guys, call up. We ain't gonna be doing a long show because I gotta get something to eat. I'm fucking starving and shit. I'm about to order this food. You feel me? But let me see what some of these questions are saying real quick on here. So, Mr. Carr, do you think that that most women are not with the man they want to be with? Yes. I'm glad you said that. So what happens is that most women settle, and those guys they're settling for, they don't like those guys. You see what I'm saying? So what happens is that most of those guys don't really know their women don't like them. See, a lot of guys think because their woman is with them that they like them. No, the woman is with them because of convenience and consistency, meaning he's convenient because he's willing to be here, and he's consistent because he continues to be here. You feel what I'm saying? And so what happens is that they would rather just stay with that guy, even though they don't really like him, than be single. because the guy they really want, those women don't have the game to get those guys. You see what I mean? But see, this is the thing. You as a man have to make sure that you are not the guy dealing with the woman who doesn't like him. You see what I'm saying? So in what I want to do is I want you to understand when I say a woman doesn't like you, what I mean really is that she is not really interested in you. She's not interested in who you are. She's not sexually attracted to you. She doesn't really respect you. She doesn't see you as the type of guy she wants to be with. So women, like you said, they're with men they don't want to be with. So guys mistakenly think just because a woman is with them, like physically there, that she actually is interested in him, that she actually likes him. But that's not the case. You see what I'm saying? This is why guys will be in relationships and be miserable. You understand? They're in marriages and they're miserable. Why? Because their wife don't really like them. A lot of times when you hear when guys say, I'm in a sexless marriage. Why do you think they're in a sexless marriage? Because their wife don't like them. You see what I'm saying? You always hear guys arguing about or complaining about arguing with their girl and their girl tripping and acting funny style is because she don't like you, bro. She don't like you. And what happens is that you just wore down a woman who doesn't like you in order to be with her, in order to get with her. So you were just a little bit more consistent. You were double, triple, quadruple texting, and she finally responded to you because she was bored and she wanted to go out to dinner or some shit. And then that turned into y'all being in a relationship, and you're in a relationship with this woman who don't really like you, who settled for you. And now you're having a terrible relationship because you've accepted this situation, and you've accepted the situation is because it's your norm. It's real. It's nothing more, nothing less than that. So this says, a woman asked me, how are you? I said, sexy as always. And you? She got really mad and said, I don't like your behavior. It's intimidating. The language that you're using. I said, okay, and walked away. Exactly. That's how you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because that woman right there don't really like you, bro. This is what I'm talking about. See, I like to keep this shit very simple. You understand? I like to keep this shit very simple. See, women will like you enough to settle for you. Women will like you enough to just go on that date. Women will like you enough, right, to see you a few times. But when I'm talking about a woman actually really liking you, if there is not consistent cooperation, she don't really like you. If the woman is giving you resistance, she don't really like you. If the woman is making it difficult, she don't really like you. You see what I'm saying? Like, this stuff is really simple. But what the problem is, guys are so, enamored with a woman because of the way she looks. Like, let's say they're like, oh, she's a baddie. She's super hot. Oh my God. She got a fatty. She looked like this. She looked like that, whatever the fuck it is. And so they're hoping that they can be with this woman. They're hoping that this woman will give them sex. And they're hoping that, they can continue to make shit happen. Shout out to my dude Miles in the building. So, they're hoping this could go down. And so because they're hoping, what they do is that they continue to deal with that baddie who basically is shitting on them and disrespecting them. You understand? Who's not really showing interest like that. She's giving them the runaround. She's telling him where they should go out to eat or whatever the fuck it is. And he's just following her. That woman don't like you. You understand? Like I said earlier, all you passport bros going overseas, those women don't like you. You understand what I'm saying? They don't like you. Because see, when a woman really likes you, right? You don't have to do anything, like extra. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to do anything extra. A lot of guys, they meet a girl, they want to make something happen with the girl. The girl says, let's get to know each other more. Getting to know her more is doing something extra. If she liked you, you wouldn't have to do anything extra. She would just do what you say. She would just meet you where you say to meet her, where you want her to meet you. Because if you say, hey, meet me at this bar on Friday, and she says, I got to get to know you more, what she's essentially saying is, you need to do more work. You need to do extra shit, which means she don't like you. You understand? So Tiffany said, what's your thoughts on women interacting with guys in their self-proclaimed soft guy era? How do we even take that seriously enough to trust? Well, any guy who's in his soft guy era or who's on that drizzle shit and all that other stuff, just understand that that's not a real man. You understand what I'm saying? Don't pay that no mind. He's a loser. He don't get no pussy. Women don't like him. He's a waste of time, and you're not going to like him either. You understand? Now, if you want to just use him for his time, attention, and money, then it is what it is. But you're not going to like him anyway. So don't even pay attention to that, because any guy like that is not really masculine. So if you are dealing with men, and I'm assuming that you're going to like masculine men, those guys are not masculine men. You see what I'm saying? So don't even bother with them. Don't even bother with them. That's a waste of your time. You understand what I'm saying? It's definitely a waste of your time. You said, why can't they say I don't like you? Makes life, I think he's saying life easy. Well, King, this is what you got to understand. Just because a woman doesn't like you doesn't mean she won't use you. I'm saying it again. Just because a woman doesn't like you doesn't mean she won't use you. You understand? She's not going to waste a perfectly good loser when she can use that loser. You see what I'm saying? Why would she waste a perfectly good loser when she can use him? Why would she waste the opportunity to have a guy pay her bills and take her out and talk to her on the phone all day and do all of this shit, even though she doesn't like, why would she waste? She's not going to waste that. She's going to use that. So a lot of guys who are unaware, they don't realize they're being used. You see what I'm saying? But what happens is, women can't fuck every guy. Women can't be with every guy. But you know what women can do? They can have multiple guys giving them money. They can have lots of guys taking them out. They can have lots of guys calling them on the phone and blowing them up. So she's like, oh, cool, another loser I could add to the pack. You understand? See, a lot of y'all be afraid or get mad when women reject y'all, but you should be happy when a woman rejects you, because you know what's worse than a woman rejecting you is a woman using you. You understand what I'm saying? What's worse than a woman telling you no when you try to holler at her, you're trying to get at her in the street or whatever, and she says no, and you're upset and you're like, oh man, bro, I want to, why she act like, listen, what's worse than that is her saying yes, but not liking you. You understand what I'm saying? What's worse than her saying no is her saying yes and not liking you. Because if she says yes and she doesn't like you, then she's going to use you. And then you're going to be frustrated because you're going to be mad that you got used. You see what I'm saying? You're going to be pissed off. You're going to be angry. You're going to be upset. You're going to be tight. You're going to be complaining about women. These Western women are fucked up, and oh, this woman that, and that woman this. And that's because you don't realize that she's using you. You understand what I'm saying? So it's better for her to just tell you no up front. You understand? So anytime a woman rejects you, you should thank her. Be like, listen, thank you for not wasting my time. Thank you for not playing games with me. Thank you for not pretending that you actually were interested in me when you really were just going to use me. I really appreciate that. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta be happy about that shit. So this says, a woman that I'm seeing for 4 months now decided to end things because of mixed emotions. I think she was expecting more in the situation. What are your thoughts? Well, the thing is this, the reason why she was probably expecting more was because you were giving her too much. See, if you vet a woman correctly, she's not going to be expecting more. She's going to be grateful for what she gets. Okay, follow what I'm saying here, guys. When you vet a woman properly, and I teach you guys how to vet women, right? When you go to badboymembership.com, you feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys go there.
Do it.
Go get it.
Just do it.
So I teach you how to vet women properly. So what happens is that when you vet women properly, right, then a woman is grateful for what she gets when it comes to dealing with you. See, the reason why she was probably expecting more is because when you first started fucking with her, you probably were doing too much. You were like fucking calling her on the phone all day, taking her out to dinners and cuddling with her after you had sex and doing all this extra boyfriendy shit. You were acting like her boyfriend, but you're not her boyfriend. So she was expecting more because now she's like, well, I want a relationship with you because I'm getting a taste of what it means to be your girl because you're acting like a boyfriend. So give me more. Give me the title. Give me all the things. But if you're vetting a chick and you're just in a stage of where you should just be fucking, where she sees the situation as a fuck buddy situation, then when you step it up a notch later on, she's grateful for the fact that you're giving her more than just dick at that time. Because what happens is that you guys love to give women everything at once. It'd be like the first a week or two you know this chick and you're doing everything. You're fucking taking her out to dinner, cuddling with her, spending the night, meeting her friends, doing all this other extra shit. But y'all don't have the title of boyfriend and girlfriend. Right? And so she's expecting more because you're putting that out there. I tell you guys, when you're vetting these women, the first 3 months basically should just be fucking. So now if you just like, for example, I tell you guys, you can do like one date if you met a girl on a dating app. So you meet a girl on a dating app, cool, let's go out to get a drink, let's go get coffee. It's the first time we're meeting to fill each other out, cool. Right? After that coffee date or after that fucking drink, either you smash her that night or you smash her the next time you see her. But from the point you start smashing, it should just be smashing for 3 months and that's it. You see what I'm saying? That is it. Because what's going to happen is that now she's going to be like, oh shit, okay, this is where we're going. Okay, cool. And I appreciate that he's spending time with me and having sex with me. I like having sex with him and I like him. So I don't want to mess this up by rocking the boat. I'm just going to follow his lead. Okay, we're fucking. I guess we're just fuck buddies. Cool. Then one day after the 3 months, y'all fucking. And then you say, you know what? Let's go get something to eat. And now she's like, oh my God, we're going on a date. And then she gonna call up her girlfriends. Yo, girl, you remember Lucario I was telling you about? Oh, yeah, Lucario, the one that, I thought we was just fucking. I thought, that was it. And he actually took me out to dinner tonight after he was fucking. He took me out to dinner. It was so romantic. Oh my God, I can't stop thinking about him. You see what I'm saying? So now she's appreciative. But see, y'all motherfuckers want to go to dinner on the first date. Y'all want to spend the night on the first week. You want to meet her friends at the 2-week mark. It's like, nigga, calm down. Calm down. You know what I'm saying? It says, why do some people say arguments are good? Because they are idiots. That's why they say arguments are good. Arguments are not good. You see what I'm saying? Discussions are good, but arguments are not good. If you're in a situation where you're arguing with your chick, right? That's nonsense. And it's your fault too, because what you're doing is that you're the one who's making that okay. See, if your girl tries to start an argument with you, you already fucked up, because your girl should not be starting arguments with you, because you should have vetted her to make sure she understands that arguments are a no-no in a relationship with you. But let's just say, your girl decides she wants to argue with you. You let her know there's not going to be any arguments. And if she continues to try to make that happen, you walk the fuck away. Right? Now, when she calms down, you let her know, hey, listen, there's not going to be any arguments. Now, if this shit happens again, we're done. Period. We're done. That's all you got to do. So it says, if a woman's social programming kicks in like, he looks young, I can't do this, or I don't want to look easy, does that mean she doesn't like you too? Yes. Yes. This nigga with the fuck, look at this nigga with the picture right here. Hold on, where's my finger at? Right there. With the picture. Y'all motherfuckers are the worst. Man, but yeah, if a woman is, giving you resistance, that is a form of disinterest. You feel what I'm saying? That is a form of disinterest. Man. So it says, when a woman hints that you're a ladies' man and asks your body count, can you generally lose her due to honesty or jokingly ignore the question? I think they're guarded when they ask anyway. Okay, so this is the thing. Whenever women ask you questions, right? You're having a conversation with a woman, she asks you questions, right? You want to do one or two things. And then there's one thing you definitely don't want to do. Right? So there's two things you can do and one thing you definitely do not want to do. So when a woman asks you questions, the two things you can do is, one, answer the question, or two, bypass the question and change the subject. So you either answer the question, or two, you bypass the question and change the subject and don't even talk about it. Now, the thing that you never ever do is lie. You understand? So if a woman asks you a question, don't lie, right? What you can do is you can tell her what the situation is, which should be the truth, or you just don't answer the question and you change the fucking subject, but you never lie, right? So let's say if the woman's asking you about your body count, you'd be like, yeah, my body count is 375, right? But that has to be the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you're just joking with her, but you tell that truth, right? Or you bypass the question. If she asks you, hey, what's your body count? You're like, girl, listen, we ain't got to talk about that right now. Let's talk about this other thing. What's going on with you, and so forth and so on, or whatever. Right? We'll talk about that other stuff later. Right? But what you don't want to do is you don't want to lie, because you don't want to get into the habit of lying to women. You see what I'm saying? Let me see what else we got here. It says, what is the formula to get more matches on Tinder? And BLK, do you need a unique bio? Okay, so guys, remember, if you need help with your online dating, make sure you go to badboymembership.com, because I have the program, Advanced Online Game, the most effective way to get women to meet you in person. All right. I also got how to take pictures that'll get you laid on online dating sites. Right? And I also have how to send messages that'll get you laid on online dating apps. You understand? So, make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com to get those programs, okay? Because those programs are going to help you with online dating. You feel what I'm saying? I break the shit down step by step in order to make the shit happen. Now, I'll give you just a few little tips, to make this shit go down. So you're saying, what's the formula to get matches on Tinder? BLK, do you need a unique bio? So yes, your bio, basically what it does is that it gives a woman an idea of what it would be like to be with you. Gives you give her a sort of like insight of what your personality might be. Right now, if you write a lot of generic type of shit, then you seem boring and regular. So therefore, you don't stand out when she's reading that bio. See, a lot of times women are not going to read that bio until they see your pictures, and your pictures have to be on point first, or she's not even going to bother to fucking read your bio in the first place. So your pictures have to be on point. You feel what I'm saying? So if your pictures ain't on point, then you're just kind of, wasting time at that point. So your bio don't even matter, right? Now, but the thing is with your bio, right? Your bio is going to tell them about you and give them an idea of what you're about. Now, what you have to understand about online dating, right, is online dating is marketing. So what happens is that based on how you market yourself, right, is going to be the type of women you're going to attract for how you're marketing yourself. So basically like this, if you're trying to fuck, let's say you're like, I'm trying to hook up, I'm trying to get casual sex, you have to market yourself basically on some fuckboy shit. So you have to have the pictures and your bio basically letting the woman know you're a player, you're a fuckboy, you're one of these guys that's just trying to get it in. This is why I have this program, how to take pictures that'll get you later online dating sites. There's a reason why I'm in the fucking, that gay ass fucking tank top in this picture, because I'm trying to show off the body. I'm trying to look like one of these niggas that's just trying to fuck. You see what I'm saying? Now, if I'm trying to go on dates and fucking, meet a nice girl to date and eventually get a girlfriend and get married, then these pictures in my bio is not going to work for that type of thing. Do you see what I'm saying? So if I have pictures like this and I'm on some fuckboy shit, this is not the thing that you want to lead with when it comes to you trying to find a chick that you want to be with long term. You see what I'm saying? If that's how you're trying to go about it. Either way, you're still going to have to vet her the same if it comes down to it, but you don't want to necessarily present that. Do you see what I'm saying? Because what happens is that when you present that, you're going to basically you're going to repel the women who could be the type of women you could be dating and seeing some type of long-term shit with. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand how this shit works. It's a lot of marketing. It's the way that you're coming at the situation to get a specific result. Now, can you be on some fuckboy shit on a dating app, meet a girl, and that becomes your girlfriend at some point? Yes. But what I'm saying is that it's easier for you to attract based on how you're marketing. You see what I'm saying? But again, I explain all these things. I show you the pictures and all that other stuff. I break it down in those programs. You know what I'm saying? So now, let me see some more of these questions. Says Mr. Carr, how can I get in-person coaching? I try the email. Okay, so right now I'm not doing in-person coaching right now because we're still, getting ready for the Game Kings 2 documentary and I got some other stuff I got to do. But what I'm going to do is after that's done, I'm going to set up the in-person stuff so that you guys can get coaching in person. Now, I'm going to let you know, I've said this before, the in-person coaching is going to cost a lot of money. You see what I'm saying? It's going to cost you a lot of money. So I'm just preparing you guys' minds. So for any of you guys who want the in-person coaching, it's going to cost you a lot of money and there's only going to be a certain amount of spots for a certain amount of time. You understand what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. Because with the in-person coaching, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be working one-on-one with you in person on specific things that you need help with. So let's say, for example, if I'm going to do some basic things that I know a lot of guys are going to need help with, like actually meeting women in person. Like I'm going to take you out to meet women, shit like that. I'm going to personally work on your profile and your dating app type shit. I'm going to do all that stuff. I'm going to be going the fuck in, right? But it's going to take some time and energy, and it's going to cost some paper. So I'm just letting you know, just so that you guys understand. So don't be surprised. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? So let me see what else we got here. It says my ex broke up. My ex and I broke up about 2 months ago, but she contacted me text and voicemail saying we need to talk. Is it best to ignore her or tell ever I'm not interested in talking and move on? Yeah, well, this is the thing. If y'all broken up, right, there's nothing y'all really need to talk about. Now you could go and talk to her and shit. She's probably gonna try to, get back with you, or want to talk about some bullshit if you're trying to do that. What I'm saying is that it's gonna be a waste of time anyway, because there's a reason why y'all broke up. You should just be moving on. She's trying to reel you back in, because a lot of times what happens is that you break up with these chicks, or you guys, it's over, and she realizes the grass isn't greener on the other side. And now she wants that own thing back. You feel what I'm saying? But don't get caught up in that shit. You see what I'm saying? Well, you said $1,250. Now it's going to be way more than that. Times this at least by 10, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Times this. It's going to be way more than that. I'm telling you. It's going to be way more than that. And the reason why it's going to be way more than that is because if I'm working one-on-one, that means it's taking time away from other things. So you have to compensate for the time you're taking away from other things. You say, how do I get my questions answered? Leave it in the chat. Put a Q in the chat, or call up. Donate and call up. So donate and call up 646-481-3901. 646-481-3901. So that's the number at the bottom screen. Make sure you donate. The stuff at the top of the chat is where you click on the link to donate. You feel what I'm saying? And then you can make that happen. So let me see. Let me see if we got any more questions. But yeah, if you want to call up, now is the time. Or if you have any questions, now is the time, because I'm about to wrap up in probably 10 minutes and shit. You feel what I'm saying? So this ain't gonna be a long episode. You feel what I'm saying? Let me see. This says this is a matched with a shorty, got her off the app, called her, doesn't answer, but texts back saying she's busy, but down for coffee date, but I'm not on that. Do I reschedule or charge her? Well, this is the thing. So the thing is, you need to set the date. You need to set a thing you want to do. You feel what I'm saying? Because she said she's busy but down for coffee. She's telling you what she's down for, but what's your plan, bro? You should make a plan. Tell her, hey, listen, we're gonna do this thing. Are you free this day to do this thing? You see what I'm saying? So you say you're not on that. What do you mean you're not on that? You're not trying to get coffee? Like, what do you mean? Right? What are you saying specifically with that? Now, the thing is this. Is that what you got to understand is that you need to make sure that you are the one leading the situation. It's that simple. It sounds like you're not leading the situation, so she's putting her input in. Hold on, I think this is a monogamous player. What's going on, fam? What's poppin' with you, man?
Yes, sir. What's up, Mr. Lucario? You already know that I donated.
All right, that's what's up. What's up. What's going on? So what's poppin' with you, man?
Yes, sir. Honestly, Mr. Corey, I didn't even want nothing. I just wanted to. I actually just wanted to give you a shout out on your mixtape. One of your joints, "Try Me." That's what's up. That's fire. I ain't gonna lie. I really fuck with that song. That song remind me of early you know, it's 2002 New York type shit. You know
That's
what I'm saying? So I really fuck with that song. So that's all I really wanted to say, man. That song is fire.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. That's what's up,
Yes,
man.
Sir.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
All right.
I appreciate that. Take it on. Yes, sir. Yeah, make sure you guys go check out the mixtape. The mixtape is on the channel, and it's going to be below this video on the replay. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys go and check the mixtape out. The mixtape is fire, so make sure you guys go and get that tape. Go on the channel or click at the bottom of the video when you're watching the replay of this and get it going. You feel what I'm saying?
Just do it.
So make sure you guys go and get that mixtape. The game in there is heavy, super, super heavy. So make sure you guys go get that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if we have any more questions and shit. See if we have any more questions. You said, well, my music be on YouTube Music. Nah, it's just gonna be on the channel, and I have the link where you could watch it and download it. You feel what I'm saying? And April's putting the link in the chat, so you guys can check out the link in the chat and get that shit cracking. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys go do that and get it going. And get that shit going. All right, so let me see if we got any more questions on this shit. But yeah, make sure that you guys, again, go to badboymembership.com and make sure you guys go to masculineidentitymembership.com to get the masculine identity membership and the bad boy membership. Make sure you guys are on those memberships, because the thing is, on the memberships, we are breaking this shit down in detail. So the stuff you see on YouTube is cool, but we just touching the surface. The actual like meat and potatoes of this shit is on the memberships. I'm telling you. So make sure you guys, go and get that shit cracking. So this says, Lakari, a woman video called me. I didn't pick up. I said, "What's up?" You called. She goes, "Yeah, I did. I'm bored. LOL. What should I say? I smashed back in January, but she moved away, so I cut her off." Well, this is the thing. If she's away and you don't have access to her, then don't waste time talking to her and interacting with her. All you really need to do is say, "Hey, what's up? When are you back in town? So we could get this, so we can smash again," or whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? When are you free to get together? That's the only type of conversation you need to be having with this chick. You see what I'm saying? You guys have to get to the point and stop wasting time with these women, because they will waste your time. You see what I'm saying? So the girl I'm talking to says she doesn't want to F me, but she buys me stuff and pays bills. Should I charge her or not fuck up the bag? Bill, again, what do you want? You tell her what you want, and then you see if she follows it. If she doesn't follow it, then you charge her. See, you're basically just going with what she's doing. You need to set an agenda and have her follow it. You feel what I'm saying? Tiffany said, if every guts go with the flow, just code for sex and nothing more. Are you saying if a guy says, let's just go with the flow? Well, yeah, most of the time when a guy is being indirect, or I should say this, when a guy is not being direct, he's being indirect. And yes, he's basically trying to make that happen. You see what I'm saying? So he's saying that because he wants sex, right? But he's not directly letting you know he wants sex because he's too scared to be direct with you. But yeah, he actually wants to just smash. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what that means. Yeah, he's trying to just get in the buns. You feel what I'm saying? It is what it is. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm about to wrap this shit up. My food is like on its way here in a second. All right, last question. It says, helping out a girlfriend, I guess it's a girlfriend, who is self-conscious in the bedroom and shy when close to climaxing. What? You have to call up for that shit next time. We got to talk about that. Girl says, I want to go with the flow. Does it mean she wants to smash? What are you talking about? What girl says she wants to go with the flow? Why are you trolling? Why are you trolling me right now? All right, so listen, guys, that's pretty much it, man. I'm about to wrap this shit up. Again, go to badboymembership.com, masculineidentitymembership.com, and I'll holler at y'all later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. I'm out.
We're here to define what a man is, right?
Responsibility creates struggle, struggle creates strength, and strength creates structure.
How many people care about what people think about them? Be honest.
As a man, you got to be able to protect not just yourself, but your family.
When we talk about being a man, it's your behaviors.
But I don't say any of this to brag. I don't say any of this to gloat my life up or I'm better than anybody.
I start crying. I'm like, why am I crying? And so what I realized was,
you put yourself in a target-rich environment. You are the only woman that paid for a ticket to come to this event.
If you're trying to teach your daughter to be around a certain man and you're not that man yourself, she gonna choose you.
Hey, let me not touch this nigga. He too clean. Where is that on you?
It's not on me.
It's not on you. The only reason why it's not on you is because you didn't choose it.
Find the women who can actually help you build. And here's some deep game for you. You don't have to have sex with all of them.
Since 2016, I've been following Lucario and Miles. Y'all changed my life. Followed by Uncle Ram. So ever since then, I've been getting a little bit of too much ass at times.
You know, as a man, there's a balance to it. Your purpose and pussy. And the heavier your purpose.
even if you lose the relationship, you don't lose yourself. And that's the most important part.
Ladies and gentlemen,